Oops, I had to put me in there. Hi. Hi. Hello. It's taken me a minute, but hello. And I'm not out and about. I'm home. Hi. Hi, Blazer. Hi, Jane. How are you? I didn't even do my little intro because it just seemed too peppy for the mood. I'm going to bring a little love and a little light into this, but there's, just got 20 minutes ago warning, another one just south of me. So that little bottleneck, Jane, that I'm talking about that can get up to her valley, there's another one there. Her teachers, mandatory evacuation. It's a mess. Let's talk. Let's talk about it. Hi, Carol. Hi, guys. Nice to see you. Thank you for your patience. Even Carol and Jane were like yesterday, why aren't you going live? And I go, the power came on and we were already packing to go visit Marchin's aunt in Camarillo, which is Ventura. And it was her birthday last week and we couldn't get to her. So we're just checking on her and everything. So where we are, I don't know where I should start with that. Where do I start? Hi, Lakeside Laura. Hello. Hi, Chastity. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Hello. Hello. Chastity, keep rocking, girl. You're killing it. Yeah, I just wanted to update. I wanted to have a conversation. I wanted to see if anyone has questions. I know y'all saw me rant yesterday. And here's the spiel. That wasn't something new, really. I have been vlogging for 5 years now. So since 2020. So I guess 4 years and 50 weeks. And I've had a few rants on there. If you scroll all the way down my YouTube, I've ranted to Newscom twice. I've ranted to some LA homeschool communities and their fraudulent behaviors and their facades. I've ranted before, and it's not just being a Scorpio. And it's not me because I'm bubbly and happy and nice, so that darkness in me is in there and I'm fake. It's that I'm human. And every so often, I like to get my thoughts out. And what I think is cool is I document it, and it's for public because I have no shame. And I also want full transparency. These are my thoughts. No, I will never give names, but I have had my same eyes on the same people for the long time. So as this keeps scrolling, that was my rant yesterday and I loved it and it felt amazing. And I just wanted to get that out. So that's what that is. And you never know. I could always do it again. Hi, Roger Blair. Hello. Hi, you guys. Thank you so much. That shirt was awesome. I know it took you a lot to be like that. Many hugs for me. Oh, is this my friend, Miss Lieber, who we are trying to get our date for the podcast set? Is this you? So you told me about the Tina Turner thing. I keep having to hit that's you. If so, I still haven't reached out. Doesn't it feel inappropriate now? I don't know if we can have a normal conversation podcast yet. Let me know. Yes, Jane, I will keep venting. Have to have the light and dark equally. Love and light, but take no. Oh, that's my favorite shirt. I sent one to my sister too, Blazer. Do no harm, take no shit. That's my spiel. There are some people out there taking ancient skills, their own personal conscious technology and using it for dark agendas. They're hijacking, they're viewing into people's lives. They're causing harm. They're getting groups of people to focus their attention on hurting people. Like, that's fucked up. That's jacked. I'm sorry. That's a fucking pyramid scheme to get your gang in order. Okay, now I'm starting to rant again. How to have the light and dark? Yes. Thank you, sir. Oh, did I take that off? Okay. Oh, hi, Pancho. Oh, thank you. Okay. You changed your name. All right. I like that. I totally thought you were somebody else. But with that being said, yes, some tapings. We're moving some. Totally inappropriate. And I'm going to actually turn my Wi-Fi back on. So who knows what will happen here because there was another alert. And this is in the heart of more community members. I wanted to, thank you, Blazer. I wanted to preface something. We are in LA County. LA County's huge. And we just happen to be totally protected, blue skies. We are okay. We are surrounded by first responders. There are fires in a valley that we are in. Currently, the wind has died down where I am. However, to get into our valley, okay, I'm just going to say it. So here you go, targeting remote viewer fuckers. So yeah, I lived in San Fernando Valley for 22 years. I lived North Hollywood, Burbank, Valley Village, Encino, and Lake Balboa was my last house. That house, 3 times the middle of the valley by Van Nuys Airport, just above the lake, Lake Balboa. I was surrounded by fires. One point, I mean, there's nowhere you can go. There was a Malibu one. There was the one on the 405 that everyone thought was going to get the Getty, and all those stories came out again. But guess what? It didn't do anything to anybody. Because guess what? When the fire was over in 2016 and 18, business went on as usual. So let's hope this time maybe some attention is put on some things. I love the effort. I love the effort people have. However, it's not the first time. And if you research about the Getty Villa on PCH was only harmed the landscaping, but everything's safe, as including the systems underneath. The Getty Museum on the 405 is still safe. It's also earthquake proof, fireproof, bomb proof. It has everything proofed. So even if those Palisades fires did go over there, which I mean, it would probably just go right over it. So I know everybody wants the collective to be like, expose them all. But this is a control thing. And I have to watch. I'm gonna mind my P's and Q's and go in order. I was talking about being surrounded before. Hi, Laura. Hi, Pixie Laura. Thank you. We are safe and our power is on. It came on yesterday. We're living in Los Angeles now, officially 25 years. If you have lived here more than 6 months, you should have a go bag prepped at all times, no matter where you live. I think that's just an obvious. So hearing about some transients that didn't know that, or tell me when it's time to pack. No, you always packed. You're always packed. That's my front door. I'm looking at it. There's our 2 red backpacks. Those are our medic ones. And even talking to Hecker, when we did that interview, he reminded me to take a tourniquet class. Like that's the number one thing people, die from with traumatic injuries. So I have all the new things prepared. We restocked and everything. Anyway, so we have that. This is like a new honey prim and proper to what a whopper. I love that poncho. Thank you. You're so funny. Just see if there's a question before I rant some more. Hi, Andy. Andy, nice to see you. I'm excited to chat with you at the end of the month. Andy Decodes, I'll be on with him at the end of the month. Sprinklers on the roof setup. I got a giant too, man. Okay, I just have to share this before I get into logistics. The day one, when we're like, okay, we're not going to center things. This is bad. Martian fix the giant fixes our sink. Like he's snaking the ski. He ran to Home Depot. Like our Home Depot was open. People, we were things were moving. He just handled business at the house, even though we had no power. So that man cannot sit still. That's also why we went to his aunt's yesterday. We were going to put her Christmas away. Like he has things to do. Right now he's over at the post office. Like he doesn't sit, and his Spider-Man gig canceled. It was going. And then Wednesday night, when the Hollywood Hills one started, the Sunset Fire, not all the Hollywood Hills, because there's a lot of them. Got to clarify some maps for people. They finally canceled it. I think some big players couldn't come in. So they canceled the shoot. So when I was saying about being surrounded by the fires, this is 2000. I should have looked it up before I went live. 16 or 18. No, I moved into that house in 17. So it must have been 2017 or 18. It was 2017 because 18 Christmas marching was here. So 2017, the first Christmas in our house, I'm alone with my kids, single mom, towels in every window. It's red. It looks like Mad Max outside, truly, with the clouds. And I'm just like, it's Christmas. I'm still making magic happen, but I'm secretly like, I knew I would be safe. There was Lake Balboa next to us. I'm in the middle of the valley, so it has to, well, we know it can do that now, don't we? I do see you do. So anyway, at that time, that kind of stuff wasn't totally out. Paradise didn't happen yet. So I was just riding out that Mad Max scenario. And that was the 405, Malibu, Pasadena, Santa Clarita, right? And West Hills, Woodland Hills. All of those were on fire a few times before. The difference is what we see and how we see the news. And that's something I think we can all agree on. It's not normal. It's not what you see is not a normal fire. And if you've been watching any of my social medias, mostly my snarky Heidi from Los Angeles Instagram, there's the nice one and then there's a snarky one. And then the two Facebook multiple pages, one community strike, one new. I do share, and I've been sharing for 2 months how insane the skies have been. The children point them out. Not necessarily mine, all of them. Like, look at all the X's today. Like literally blunt. There's sediment on our cars every day that's crystallized. The pets get sick often, and we're like, what is this? Aerosols and stuff. Like the totally flammable. Like it's a setup. I'll pause for there. My dramatic pause. Hi, hello from Chile. Hi, Talco. Nice to see you, sweetheart. Nice to see you. Thank you. Okay, Poncho. I'll keep it R. Maybe PG 17. You guys are funny. Yes, hello, Chile. Hi, Dave. Blessings to you, Dave. Totally hanging in there. I mean, showered. That's good. And I am on call. We've offered our place. Here we go. We just got evacuated by sheriff's order second time in 3 days. These are staff in Granada Hills. Fortunately, Granada Hills has support with emergency resources. They're working on it. I'm sorry I'm sharing your text, my dear, but we're not allowed to enter our neighborhood. It's been pretty heavy. Stay safe, everyone. Hold on. Let me just remind her she can come here. Shit. So that was Tuesday night. It's Friday, people. And it's a brand new one, like 30, 40 minutes ago. Thank you, Heather. Hey, Heather gave me the heads up. Not my sister, Heather, Claude Heather. Welcome here. Let me just tell her. Here's the thing. We've been reminding people this is a place to come. We got a generator. And I got entertainment now because they've been doing a lot of guitar and stuff. However, if you look on the map, we're in the Santa Clarita Valley. There's a bottleneck. So it's the Hollywood Hills. Then you have Ventura Boulevard, San Fernando Valley. That's where I lived 22 years. Valley girl. Then everybody goes to this little point at the top of the 5 where the end of the 405 goes, and it just turns into the 5. And that's where our water treatment facility is, which was on fire the other day. That's where the Hearst fire is in Sylmar. That's where the Giants Crane Shop is. That's where all that is. But that's the bottleneck that gets you to come up and out into the Santa Clarita Valley. And then you can go down the Highway 14 and head out to the deserts, Palmdale, Lancaster. That's where the Alton fire is I think by Acton or just past Canyon Country. Alton, Acton, Sylmar. There's always fires popping. And I have to say something about Woodley. That is a homeless encampment. That's at the Sepulveda Basin. And as you see, it got out pretty quick because there's ones there all the time. They're either setting them on fire to get them out or it's the homeless situation. But there is a huge homeless encampment. And that happens to be one of the portals, one of the spots Max Spears talked about. They built a whole freaking park around it. There's the dam, the Sepulveda Dam. There's Lake Balboa, which smells like Simpsons Lake. And there's military something there that happened to be all these military trucks and just a little teeny tiny building. So, I'd better just keep ranting. I guess that's how it's all going to come out. Yeah, stay in Montana there, Blazer. Send us some snow. Stay unpacked. We're coming up to you. Cannot wait. Really looking forward to our chat. Me too, Andy. I can't wait. I'll go there. Wherever you want to go, I'll go there. Let's chat. Hi, Kira. Hello. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kira. I'm literally answering text live. Thank you. We're going to wait it out. They're at our school. Okay. So the thing is where this Granada Hills, it's O'Mealy Park, really, where it just got announced. That water treatment facility is right over there. Like acres and acres of water. So hopefully that one will be out very quickly. The Granada Hills is also the start of that same chunk of hills, mountainous, Granada Hills, Porter Ranch, and and then it starts cutting over. It starts bending into like goes into Simi Valley. But anyway, if anyone has been in this tinfoil land for some time, it must have been 2016. I'm really bad with my numbers now, but I know I was in my old house, so it must have been between, I guess, 17, 18, 19. At the top of that, Granada Hills, huge gas leaks, like toxic leaks, total evacuation of Granada Hills for the gas leaks. So if that wasn't handled the right way, and now there's a fire burning right next to it, keep them up, people. Just keep them up. That's all I can say. Hi, South Central Ohio. Hello, outside. Thank you. Fires can't melt aluminum, just saying. Or steel beams, totally. Yeah. Oh my gosh, the footage. Holy shit. And my mom, and brother were just here, and those are our spots. Freaking Moon Shadows is gone. Moon Shadows is where Mel Gibson had that rant, that truth bomb red pill rant when he was super wasted. He is the town drunk, but he vented, and that was Moon Shadows, Gladstones, all the big spots. Insane. Reel in Rosenthal Winery. It's a whole chunk of them. It didn't go as far as Zuma. So the Sunset House is still there, I believe. And from that point on, that's Malibu High and up. I don't think it went that far. Marchin's aunt works for Herb Alpert, the composer. She's worked for him for decades, and they're still safe. They are almost to the very end of like the Malibu stretch, and then it turns into like Point Magoo, and you get into Oxnard and stuff. Amazing property, but it didn't get that far. It's going to all the heavy populated areas. I have to say quite a few things actually, but I really want to share something that I've posted before, and I don't know if it's because I posted TKB the new pop. I'm always this pop. I'm just multifaceted, not multi-faced. Multifaceted. That's layers. I've got a human experience, and those layers come out once in a while. So I've shared multiple times, and it would get buried because of what I shared. But several of us know this Location Scout. Been in the industry 25 plus years. Location Scout is someone that goes around neighborhoods, knocks on doors, is literally like, does your house want to be in a commercial or a TV show? Or do you want to get on the list? And a lot of people sign up for it because it's free to sign up. And it is invasive, and a film crew will take over your house, but they are responsible for any repair. They're responsible for any nicks, any dings, union ones, I should say, the good ones. And you can make really good money. Some people make a living just putting their house on. Sometimes we see the same houses over and over and over again. There's a street in Van Nuys they always use. It's very Leave It to Beaver. In fact, I think it was Leave to Beaver Street. There's a few areas that are always shot in. So anyway, this man's district was Malibu and Palisades. And he wasn't the only one, but he was very popular. And months ago, he was just quiet. Nothing conspiratorial about him. Nothing. No, he's not a red pill, blue pill guy. Nothing. Just an industry dude making a living. He's like, geez, in all my years, I've never seen so many for sale signs in Pacific Palisades and Malibu. And that was in the fall. Sorry, I think that's a big thing. I think that's a very big thing. Hi, Dustin. We are my family is safe. My community is displaced, and they're not. If anyone by chance caught, sorry, I'm keeping it on, so I'm going to keep looking. If anyone caught, I did share a GoFundMe. I mean, if you can't do anything monetary, even just sharing it out. I'm so sorry. If anybody, if anyone can see, I don't know, Gerald Jane, maybe you can see it on my Facebook. Can you link it in the chat? My little student, they lost everything. So Eat and Fire, Pasadena, Altadena is classic. It's old school. Oh, here's my other little bit. Palisades and Altadena? Old money, man. Old money. Altadena, ancient grounds and old historical houses, like gorgeous. Someplace I always said that was a dream town. I'm like, if ever I could get money, I would probably want to live in Altadena. I used to say beautiful crops, the trees, so old, so ancient. Hopefully they're still standing if we know what's happening. Um, that one went so fast. My little student, um, super side note, I won't get sidetracked, I promise. But our little learning center, we get people from all the way down to LAX, which is an hour away. We get Altadena people, which is like 45 minutes. And then up me, I'm all the way freaking the top of the very edge of LA County. We all come to this place. It's sacred. And guess what? The whole area is protected. It's still fine. So my point is we have students everywhere and staff everywhere. Um, and so this boy, though, what from according to the family, they had no notice whatsoever. It's not like they were waiting for something here, but it happened so fast. They have the views of the beautiful mountains. And, typically in the past, you see something brewing, you got time to collect your things and go, or the firefighters knocking on your door going, we are headed to this fire right now. To be safe, grab what you need and go. All those regular precautions that happen, none of it. It's like fireball shit, people. And yes, according to Jessica, Gerald, Jane, Browndorf, there no locals are talking about it. So I don't know how that video footage, no one local ever saw anything go across the sky that I know of. However, not surprised. That's more like fireball-y thing, I think. It would be cool, I think, if it's a craft, but I also still feel like if it was a craft, it would have helped. um, that's something our demonic people are doing. I don't think the multidimensional beings are doing. Hope maybe they're because they would. Yeah, I have a hard time kind of with that one. Um, did I lose my track again? No, I was saying how fast the eating thing, which is still going. So here's the deal. I think Pacific Palisades is only like 8%. And Santa Monica Mountains are huge. Canaan Dune is a huge route. There's only 3 arteries that get you from the other side of the Santa Monica Mountains to PCH, unless you're down in Santa Monica and take the 10 in or the side street, go through Santa Monica. If you are Santa Monica and up, which is Malibu, Palisades, you can only take Topanga. You can only take 3 arteries: Las Virgenes, Topanga, and Canaan Dune. I say Canaan, some say Canaan, all of which had been under fires multiple times before. However, nothing like this. And those arteries, you're cutting off, much like paradise, access. So there's only certain ways you can go for some of these things. I think I'm losing my train of thought. Oh, no worries, Kira. Thank you very much, honey. Thank you. Please send it. Thank you for bringing that up, Kira. Because that earlier rant about the aerosols that we've seen a lot. I mean, we've had rounds and rounds and rounds for years of the crazy skies. But the last 2 months, especially over holiday break, most I've ever seen. Been here forever. Most I've seen. And the sediment was driving me nuts because the giant likes to keep a ship-shape cars and everything, and to keep that sucker clean was impossible because there was always sediment, crystally sediment. So my point, Kira, is around Halloween, we were always guaranteed the weather's going to drop. We're going to get some rain. Here comes the winter. Everyone remembers last winter, we were flooded out. We had mudslide, it was all the danger rain, and had students get stuck in mudslides, had to close, national emergency. It was rain. All our lakes went back up, and you'd think all our reserves would be back up, but we know that story. And so anyway, that has not happened. And since I moved here, it's like around Halloween, winter, there's some rain. This has been bone dry with insane sprays. Flammable. Just saying. Put it together. Thanks, Blazer. Dump the poo out of the fire. It won't go back faster. That's crazy. No, it's not too soon. It's all right. We got to laugh. We got to have a moment. That's all good. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Hi, Alex. How are you? Oh, Alex, nice to see you. Are you guys okay, Alex? Aren't you? No, I think you moved. You're not Grenada, are you? Grenada's currently under mandatory evacuation. Did you know that? By O'Mealy Bart, O'Keely. Oh, thank you so much, Gerald. The Brooke family, my sweet little boy. I have to just tell you about this. This little boy is just he's an angel on earth. His family's too, like literally like the gentlest, sweetest, most attentive. Like it doesn't matter where I'm going, what I'm saying. He's like ready, like just dream student. Does this trauma, I I don't know. They did everything they could do. They had minutes. So the clothes on their back, what they just grabbed and got in their car, and they went to another student's house in Burbank, and they're safe. But they're rebuilding. They have to rebuild everything. They have no savings. And yes, it is true. Months before, and up here, I have to ask Giant when he comes back. The whole fire insurance thing, yes, that's been happening. People have been all of a sudden, oh yeah, we're in a fire danger zone where we are. It's notorious. And they're taking it away. They're taking it. It's not like they're saying you don't get it anymore. Some have made the prices so you can't afford it anymore. Isn't that insane? Okay, Alex, I'm glad you're okay. You're in Simi. So yesterday, Alex, we took the 126. You know where I am, right? Way up north of Santa Clarita. We did the 126 to Camarillo. So we went over Grimes and everything. And I missed that picture. Garrel, I was trying to send it to him, but the ridge, the Santa Monica Mountain Ridge with the Palisade over it, even my son thought they were clouds. It was just this perfect little, just perfect pillow top. And it was really crazy. It was really crazy over there. But it was telling us when we went home that Simi was really backed up. We didn't go through Simi. What was my point of Simi? I'm glad you're safe in Simi. And I hope we stay safe. The winds are just weird. They're weird everywhere. I had to look up when our warning came in. I had to look up what a mountain wave was. That was new to me. But that is because we have so many mountain ranges and little canyons and things that it's like it picks up speed and it turns into comes down and then it kind of starts turning into almost like a tornado type wind. The winds were obscene. My assistant, God, I love her to pieces. Her husband is a lineman. He works on Hi, Clay. He works on the power lines. He has only been coming home to nap and take a shower, and then he goes back out. But he's like, this is never seen anything like it. Um, Wire, telephone, the power lines, the poles are just snapped in half. And the company, he works with the state and his mentor and everybody. They're like, we haven't seen anything like this. Oh, I know of the insane situation of things blowing up when fires ripped through town. We had such a nightmare during the Cerro Grande fire. Homes exploded, right? There's so much to that. I have a big bit about how everything is smart right now. Not necessarily here, but not just some people do the homes, but then they get a smart fridge, smart TV, smart all of that. Isn't that a bad moon horizon? I feel like that's a really bad moon horizon and potential explosion, like you were saying. Los Angeles looks like it was nuked except for the trees. I know. God dang, I'm so happy because we have such ancient old trees. But there's a lot of eyebrows being raised, thankfully. So a lot of people, oh, good. No, I shouldn't say that because in the same breath, I'm correcting myself. And kind of part of why I went on my rant, this has nothing to do with a talking head in any of the communities. They are not involved in anything disclosure whatsoever. In fact, they're industry. And they're so conditioned to industry, they're already screaming climate change. And that is, you can see the dots, that is the unfolding of things to turn into that narrative. And it's like, so some sit and look and question and going, not normal. Others go, well, that's what you get for us dumb humans. This is climate change. Can you believe it? Everyone else, I see the different agendas. There's so many different ones going on, but why not put them all together? Couldn't they all be working together to get ready for 2028? To that whole thing with my location scout buddy saying all for sale signs, there were a lot of people giving a heads up. I have a feeling. Speculation for entertainment purposes only. Yeah, there are some insane videos. I mean, the most horrific is one I have from a friend, but I can't share that yet. And that was Eaton. Oh, hi, Jason H. How are you? Okay, I think I'm a little behind. Let me see if there's anybody saying anything to help me go off on a rant. Sherman Williams blue roof paint. Yeah. I saw that. I don't know how much I believe some of those pictures. And I don't know. I get it. I remember that. I know the deal with the blue paint and everything. But out here our recycle cans are blue and all of those were out. They were all taken out. So I don't know. I don't know. Okay, cool. No smart stuff in my house other than my cell. I know the cells, right? I think I wanted to share that too. So when our power was out, it was out in our whole hill. I had never slept better in my life. And now I do have a clicker the giant gave me so I can turn off our Wi-Fi at night, but it was so peaceful. Now, there was adjustment because we like our little white noise with our air purifiers, but that peace and that quiet and the no light pollution, the stars, like I said, where I'm at is clear skies, the nothing shift, the wind is all going to the major city. And again, I think that is easily controllable as well. Air quality suffering now. Yeah, that's causing damage as well. Yes, the UFO footage kind of mentioned that just a little bit, Jason. Like, is it that? Is it the dude dropping? Is it? I am very curious about that. I'm going to put more feelers out. The problem with these conversations with my locals who are under duress, especially for Eaton, where the UFO was sighted, it's not appropriate for me to ask them right now. I can't. I just absolutely cannot. But I mean, I'm sure it will come up in conversation, but I don't think that's on any local's mind right now, to tell you the truth. Smokey the Bear says climate change my very much. Amen. Yes, TKV, I saw that too. The satellite, all three started at the same time. Do you know that happened as well? And damn it, why didn't I look it up? 2017, the winter, same thing. That was the 405 one, the Pasadena one, the Silmarish Granada one, and the West Hills one. I was surrounded in the valley, and the satellite view of that one was all of them at the same time. So this has happened before. What area in LA is the 2028 Olympics going to be in? The whole thing. I know. Where's the village now? What boggles me though is the old money. The old money, I mean, I know we heard spelling. I know people say evidence. I know people say all that, but the land grab's a big deal right now. And if it's 2025, I don't know how in hell they'd be ready by 2028 with this amount of devastation. I don't know how that would fly. Yeah, I guess they could. Oh, this brings me to another little thing I wanted to rant about. There's videos of it. Also, the Gwen Towers fired up the night before. Yes. And Brown Dorf and I were did a message. Mount Wilson have the communication towers up there. There were some blow ups. I tell you, Garrel, the shit stinks. How else? Where's my next rant here? Overcrowded areas and improper management of forest areas, allowing overgrowth, are major reasons they destroy so much. Totally, Pixie Laura. Also, the spray, the aerosols, because we can see it, we can taste it. It's killing our animals. We feel it on our cars. That is not coming from just the air quality. That's coming from the sky. It's getting dropped. So we're soaked in it. We're just kindling because we're covered in this flammable substance. Hi, Daryl. Hi, Isabel. Hi, sweetheart. Nice to see you. I thought I had to. It's time. I've been waiting on it just due to just out of the being, I just wasn't able to do it yet. I literally, even, the family I couldn't get my nose off because we're trying to place people, we're trying to find people, just safe places to go, rides, who needs what are we doing, just staying in touch. Thank you, smartphone. It has really helped our community stay connected and see as helpful as we can get. Plus, it's it's helping us get information we're not quite getting on socials. So like the traffic and things, I went on a little toe to toe during my little rant times with the Hollywood sign. No, the Hollywood sign is not up. It's on the other side of the highway. It's a totally different set of hills. And it as well is probably made out of the same thing as the Getty. So it'll never go up. I don't know. Did you know? Oh, you're funny, Laser. So wait, what? Smith in Santa Fe saved his life. What? Oh, wow. Okay, I missed the Smokey the Bear thing. So what you see on there is the Brook family. Thank you, Garrel. That's their GoFundMe. He's a student in my class. Bless their little heart. Lost absolutely everything. No savings, nothing, because they just moved back. They left in 2020 to go to Texas. I'm not going to tell their whole story. But sovereign civilians of free will, full of light, creators. They're just incredible. They deserve even just a share. Even just a share. Didn't even bring it up yet, but our learning center, it's a homeschool learning enrichment center, but we are kind of We are about Rudolf Steiner's curriculum and the way he educates the mind, body, will of the child. Like we are adhering to a certain format and we tap into his curriculum. Well, the two major Waldorf schools that are out here, one is Pasadena Waldorf, huge, I mean, insanely expensive, major school. A lot of celebs went there. Um, but it's all, Pasadena, it's also just rich. The property is just got so many energies there, so much going on there that no matter what avenue you've taken with Waldorf, I have to do that because I'm so infuriated with the whole Waldorf thing with Whisk because of what happened in 2020. Same thing with these schools, how they handled things and how they complied. I have my own personal opinion. However, that doesn't mean you can't mourn something. And I'm mourning it because even my mentor came from there. We have students that moved over there that went there. There's a high school there that is an option for some of our students. Like it's part of our community. Totally gone. So is the West Side Waldorf one. So are a lot of schools. So are the Palisades, so all, but the schools, I'm like, what's going to happen to all those kids now? Are they official homeschoolers? Like, what's going to happen? We personally can't take on too many because we rent space from somewhere else. However, I did, got these little download bits of, well, here is the beginning of a co-creation of something huge. There are going to be thousands of families in need of a particular kind of education. So there's something new that the creation will begin. Oh, you're so sweet, Kira. Oh my God, thank you so much. Our school is great. Our school is a safe haven right now. The schools that have lost everything, they do have GoFundMe's. I can share them in the links after. It's Pasadena Waldorf and Westside Waldorf. It's part of our communities. However, the GoFundMe you see on there now is for a student of mine, and every penny will go to them just getting on their feet. I think their goal is because, their insurance isn't even giving them enough back that they can sustain rent here. So they just she wants him to be able to finish out the year with me. And then if they have to move back to their families, they might. But and every penny is just going to help them, let him finish his education with me this year. And his daughter, who's at the same place, who's just beautiful as can be, in another incredible class with the most incredible educator. And she works within Hollywood. She does commercials and things. So we want them on their feet, and so that they can have, a moment's breath to make a plan. It's still so shock. It's shell shock. It's just shock right now. And because of this latest evacuation order, we may very well have some more members that are in extreme harm's way. So the water reservoirs, yes, Carol, water reservoirs not upgraded or maintained. You know what just kills all of us? You're so livid. And that's when I was venting about the rain last year. So improperly handled. All of that rain, like I said, Big Bear Lake, Lake Arrowhead, Castaic Lake, everything's just started going bloop back up to the top. So that's just in the lake for what they hit the lake. What about all the other freaking rain? We have these reservoirs to collect that. Why are things not maintained? We know. Yeah. Given the to police budget who isn't doing their job, they're looting happening within minutes, huge vans showing up and 40 people jump out. I have to see that, Blazer. Someone even corrected saying that was footage from somewhere else, because I've heard there's been looters in Palisades, but what are they looting? Nothing's left. The town, you drive through the town and you feel like it's raining diamonds, like it was the richest little town, gone to the studs. So what are they looting? That's what I'm curious about. I mean, Hollywood, I guess no, Runyon. So we got to talk Runyon. Runyon, it's the hiking central of LA. It's where everyone wants to be seen exercising. And I stopped going there because I just got nauseated every time. It's so much dog piss. Like it's a dog friendly hike. I'm sorry. Well, I'm not sorry. A lot of us talk about it even when we're hiking. It's just gross. So that on top of the sediment that falls, it's just going to go pop right up. But you come to the mouth of that hiking, you are on what the hell's the name of that street? Well, now I can't remember. But all the apartments start. You're right above Hollywood Boulevard, and a lot of tall apartments, a lot of homes, a lot of hipsters live over there. So I was talking to someone online, and as I was talking to them about Runyon, I was getting hit. I'm like, oh yeah, that reminded me of Olympic cleanup because of the urine and I think there's was a homeless camp nearby, but is that just a cleanup? I mean, was that a cleanup? I have seen some footage too of some arsonists, yes, in the Woodland Hills. People are even the locals are going, hold on now, neighborhood watch here. This might be old footage. So everything is kind of just being thrown out there right now. And it's hard to discern when you're under trauma and duress. So I do think that we're asking those who are actually in the area to give a thumbs up. But the looting, yeah, I'm not surprised whatsoever. Water conservation for some random fish is why they have no water, from what I understand. Whoa, for some random fish. Well, I did post something on my Instagram. I thought it shared over to my Facebook, but I don't think it did. It's 8 minutes. I found it on one of my Telegram groups about this couple who owns like 3/4 of the water rights. And it's crazy. And they're the ones that have palm juice and the Halo cuties. And, they have the almonds, the pistachios, all these things. I mean, we were all screaming. Locals were screaming. The farms were, we were choosing our product based on how they were sourced and farmed. And people during our drought times were freaking out because they're like, holy smokes, those farms take up so much of the water. It's like, yeah, but we eat the stuff. Anyway, we should not have a problem. We are full of lakes and we're on the ocean, but we shouldn't have the problem. So that little video I posted gives a little bit of background behind the business behind it all and the rights of it all, the canals, the properties, who owns the rights, and how they can trump certain things. So I would share it on here. It is a crazy 8-minute one. Some guy put it together and I don't know, just felt divinely timed to share it. So the water things, let's think on the fishy things, pun intended. The water right stuffs, the way the fire goes, what's in the sky, what happened the 2 months before, why are so many for sale signs, why did so many people already get the heads up to leave? Power lines not upgraded and maintained, power lines not buried. So that's the thing. That's Gerald. That's so funny you said that. So this whole Santa Clarita Valley that I'm in, the first thing the kids and I noticed when we moved up here just 2 years ago was they bury the power lines because it freaked me out at first, to be honest. I went through a major depression. I didn't tape. I didn't do anything for a while because it felt so Truman Show. It felt so clean. I mean, you never see homeless up here. You do have a different weather system almost because we're a lot higher than San Fernando Valley. But the buried power lines, I was like, oh yeah, it just looks more streamlined. And then, yeah, I heard that has to do a lot with safety too. Um, so yeah, so many departments, Carol, that they haven't dropped the ball. Remember, it's puppet masters. The people who work are fucking working their asses off, like my assistant lineman husband, working their butt off. But they can't help but see, yeah, we've never had wins like that in a long time. It's the puppet masters. Like the saying goes, when something's lost, other things become open to discover. This is not, oh, of course. Of course, Kira. That's why, yes, I had to drop into that frequency. Like, not, well, what's the positive of all of this? I mean, you kind of have to, what's the light at the end of the tunnel, really? And there will be opportunity to co-create and rebuild. We are still in a war, and there are still so many of us that adhere to the ancient secrets of the land and of the species. So, if we can unite over this, perhaps we can prevent something major from taking over these beautiful, sacred, ancient lands. I pray. I had to address the class. I addressed through the families on Telegram. And we do something in class, especially when there's a birthday celebration or something. And that's holding the student in your heart. And I'll say, please hold them high in your heart. And we have a moment for them. We see the most optimum timeline for them. We see them happy and healthy and achieving all the goals they want to achieve. Well, I address them. I go, your students will know what to do. Have them drop in their heart, hold Los Angeles high in their heart, and just envision the optimum timeline. Like the ground's calming. And they know how powerful they are. They're little beings of light. They know what the power of their thoughts can do. So those little things are what we're going to continue to do. And since I work with children, I do have to kind of focus my perspective. So Kira, absolutely, I'm looking at what are we going to be able to do from this? I want them to have the sense of boots pulled up. Let's get to work. And maybe Charlie, you want to share that soon. They just had floods and spit it out. Yeah, that's yep, spitting it back out into the ocean, Blazer, along with, I mean, some of the dirtiest beaches were always like Malibu because the mega mansions would do their runoff into the ocean. But how about just the good rainwater? And then, it's illegal to collect it. Everybody up here does, though. I have the video. It was on the news. Oh, okay. Yeah, send that to me, sir. I love this is triggering my piece. Oh, so sorry, Laura. I'm so sorry you're triggered. Many blessings to you, Laura. I'm so sorry. Diamonds, gems, gold, silver would still be able to be recovered. Oh, you're right. Didn't think of that, Carol. Good call. Jeez. That's so crazy. I didn't even think of that, Carol. See, that's why I love having these community conversations. Hi, Rosie. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Rain runoff was diverted to flow into the ocean. Yep. Insane, right? Oh, yeah. That's what I was wondering. Yeah. So Carol was sharing that. You're right, Laura. I mean, wouldn't the precious metals melt? They don't bury the lines here ever. Oh, in Montana, they don't bury them. The wind takes them down. Yeah, I mean, I guess because LA is such a concentrated city. I mean, we're LA County, right? But the LA, not San Fernando Valley, not Palisades, not Pasadena, Alton, but LA, which is like West Hollywood, Browndorf, East LA, like the LA around downtown there. So heavily concentrated. I bet they couldn't even dream up a plan to bury him at this point. So much upheaval with that. I was there, Gerald, during the floods, watched it dumping into the ocean. Isn't it make you sick, Blazer? Absolutely sick. Yeah. Plenty of time to figure that one out, especially because we were in a drought. How many years for so long? Yeah, I think the scariest one, though, I have to say it, not because I can't say this, because like I said, I'm safe. But that one when I was in the valley and I was alone with the kids at Christmas and we were surrounded, the towel's in the window, but you still had the smoke sediment in your house, in your mouth. But if you creaked out the window at like noon or 2:00, it was like, what kind of just red? It was like red dawn and like black smoke. Like it was frightening / not normal / like we're surrounded. And repeating what I said in the beginning, all those happened at the same time. So little PTSD too there for me, Laura, because I've seen these things. I've seen it. Now, have I seen it done in this manner? And did anyone here in LA or any of the tinfoil gangs or the red pill, blue pill peeps, did they ever for once think that there would be a concentrated focus on the affluent neighborhoods? Hi. I'm just chatting live. Is the shop good? There's mandatory evac at Granada now. Right there by the water. Do you think it's to fuck around with the water stuff? Excuse my French. Or I'm asking you. You haven't heard anything. Never mind. Giant's home. Mr. Aaron's. They don't bury lines here either. Out in the country anyways. It's a reset, human-made, but still part of the karma of the human collective. Humans will continue to burn themselves up until higher ways are acknowledged and implemented. Ooh, Rosie Elise, look at you. Oh, yeah. I don't see anything natural here. Not the winds, not the whatever. So we're back to the division, right? Because there are those screaming, look at us bad humans creating a atmosphere that's fighting against us. And there's us saying, I'm footage of things that are not normal, that are making people sick, and I'm physically touching sediment and then seeing what happens when you spark it. Like, that's the human interference is creating the chaos and trauma and death and displacement. Do the puppet masters care about that? Absolutely not, because things are in full motion. I would like a concentrated effort on those who got the go ahead in the first place. Remember, this is this night after the Golden Globes, too. So, did those people go home? Did they stay in the hotels? Safe in Golden Globe territory, which I believe is right there in Beverly, right? Beverly Hills. Aren't they always at the hotel? I can't think of any names right now. We stayed at the hotel. To the night after celebrating them, this happens in those major communities. And then, like I said, Altadena, Pasadena, old money, old money. Oops, somebody's sorry. Best resort mentioned Paradise, Bahama, Malibu. Wait, what? Blazer? What? Eagle Song, 1976, The Last Resort mentioned Paradise, Lahaina, and Malibu. Kiss them goodbye. Everyone make note of that. Wow. Well, Jane says hi. Gotta head out. Okay, bye outside. Heading outside. Jewelry made of gold and silver may melt, but you still get, yeah, even if it turns into a puddle, that's probably what you'd prefer, right? Because then you can't identify it. So looters are like, cool, I got a puddle of gold instead of, oh, somebody's fancy ring with their initials and message inside that can be identified. Yes, Blazer, yep. And we got that crazy fog. Beverly Hills Hilton, yep, that's it. Beverly Hilton Hotel. That's where Golden Globes always are. Which it was like I was going to start that on Tuesday. Oh, another year and another award show goes by, and a lot of crew didn't even notice. Especially, I'm totally pivoting, probably inopportune time, but I have to mention it because I think it's pretty cool, and a lot of crew have tagged me in the video. But first of all, Penguin was amazing, but the speech. Please help me with these names. I am gone. Colin Farrell. He thanked the craft service lady. That was my old job for 15 years. Craft service does keep a shoot afloat, just saying. For all the times, in the cold and the heat, we're always there. I was. Do you need tea? Do you need coffee? Do you need coconut water? Do you need this? Do you need that? That was pretty cool. Rogan interviewed Zuckerberg. That would be interesting. Really, Clay? Wow. When is that going to? Oh, that's that. Did he just, or did it air yet? It probably didn't air yet. Oh yeah, I'm interested in that one. What is that, Clay? What the heck? So I see the memes, but I sure as hell didn't watch Zuckerberg. Was he literally saying, "Oops, sorry"? Someone said he's apologizing for all the censorship. Is that true? I missed all of that. Hi, Angel Wings. Hello, hon. Hi, hon. Nice to see you. Very nice to see you. Hi, Daryl. Oh, it just dropped. Okay, cool. Oh, Rogan interviewed Zuckerberg. That would be a good one. Bigfoot Dwarf. First of all, I like you change your name. That makes you OG on YouTube, right? Hi, Bigfoot. How are you? Nice to see you. Brown Dwarf, Granada Hills now. What the? I think the one most contained is Kenneth right now. Is that it? I know by us Hearst is at least in the tens it's contained. But that one is concentrated around our water treatment facility. So if you notice, Browndorf, look at the 5, the 210, and the 405, the water treatment and that crazy slide that everyone, I always drive by and we always make a water slide joke. That was a little fire. And now it jumped on the other side by O'Mealy Park in Granada Hills. That just got a mandatory evacuation like an hour ago. All around the water treatment. Eyes on that. We got it too. And the snow doesn't melt. It turns black when burned with a lighter. That happened in Lake Arrowhead to us in 2020. The kids they weren't sick, no fevers, none of that. But they had a runway of red because, of course, they eat snow when they go out. None of it was yellow. It seemed like it just fell. Burn marks, like the worst burning that develops scars on their throats. And we tried lighting it. We tried having a snowball sit on our counter for the 2 days at our Airbnb. No melt. Sick. Absolutely sick. 2020. And that stuff then melts into the ground. Well, if it even melts, but you know what I mean? When the snow's gone and it soaks in all those metals and particulates and aerosols and all that kind of shit is in now this top layer of Earth. Crazy. Aired 2 hours ago. Yeah, I like the name change. Doing good. Yes. Heard Granada. Hope everyone's well. Yeah, we just had, I'm keeping my phone on because there's a mandatory vac for one of the staff members. And that's no one wants to come north to us because we have that bottleneck right there. And it's not like they'll be stuck and we can't go anywhere. It's just where we go is not conducive if you work down in LA. I mean, you need the bottleneck. Oh, you saw Gavin interview today? Was it Gitmo? So staged. Oh my God, he's a tool. Did you see the one with the woman, bless her heart, from Altadena who ran up to him and he was saying, yeah, I'm going to talk to the president right now. And she's like, do it right now in front of me. I want to see you make the phone call. And he's like, oh, I can't get service. And it's like, oh, freaking God. You would have like one of those satellite. I mean, we take those on set when we shoot remote. You have to have a line of communication. You know, one of those old freaking shoe phones, satellite phones. Nothing for new scum, apparently. But the way he was talking to her and the way he was, oh, so seedy and seethy. And I'd like to be the one to say, oh, that's a clone. He was taking out Gitmo 4 years ago. Like, that was just a degenerate human putting someone in their place. Go save your things, sweetheart. Just gross, super gross. If you want any inkling, if you do any energy reads on anybody, just watch that 10-second clip of him and you will just forever not be a fan. That's for sure. That was gross. So I don't know what interview you saw, Blazer, but I can only take him in the tiniest of doses. Then I rant like I did yesterday if I see too much of him. Intuition just now. What if the fires were flared by high aluminum levels in the air and in the water and the humidity? Yes, Kira. Yes. Thank you. Yes, Kira. Oops. I'm with you, Kira. And not a lot of people can adhere to that. They're really not comfortable talking about. They're not still convinced there's some projects happening in the sky and programs. And they're not convinced that they've taken in so many heavy metals that they are a walking, pinging heavy metal conduit, as are all of the things we own with the sediment that falls, as are our pets with the food they eat, if they eat just, commercial. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. I'm with you, Kira. I just woke up, crazy dreams, very, very vivid, to check all types of totems, objects similar to coins to get rid of their hex. I'm confused by what you said, Angel, but it sounds fascinating. Just woke up crazy. Very, very vivid. Told to check all types of totems, objects similar to coins to get rid of their hex. Okay. Clarify, but I know you, I get the intent. Aluminum's naturally environment is concentrated, though, becomes very flammable. Absolutely. Absolutely. And we don't know the countless other little concoctions that are in the sprays, but how about our poor, sweet little human species that are told, oh, I'm sorry, you're getting old, you're getting dementia and Alzheimer's. That's too bad. How about they have a collection of aluminum in their brains that is taking over parts of their brain that would be of assistance in recall and memory and longevity. Heavy metal detox. Please. The pollutants in the air is 104 in the red for everywhere because of the fires. Yeah, is 104 in the red everywhere. Oh gosh, yeah. Absolutely, Angel. Strange how when I start talking about this, the conspiracy stuff on Instagram goes nuts in my algorithm. Oh, well, this might be my last live anyway, because I'll probably get taken down if I keep going ranting some of the things I want to rant. Yes, Flix, that's what I say. What you said. Same with alls. Heavy metal buildup. That's why they're getting younger and younger and younger. Oh, please look into those who are not seeing the relation. So ask what you got. Any news? Are you going back to set? Okay.
Hey, Hawk, mail, please.
Hey, oh, hi, Flicks Love. Um, so kids, going back to the kids. These kiddos have been awesome. Right away, when we heard, well, Tuesday night, the first night is when my student had to flee. So the next morning, my kids already were going through their things. And what's so cute is my son picked a few things. I don't know if he did that on purpose, but it was really sweet. He handed me things to give to him. And it looked like him. You know how kids have their own style? Some are always in sporty things, some are always in like these things. Well, this kid has a certain style. Super sweet, very Waldorf. And my son picked all the right things just for him. We also have some great jackets. We have things, but like this family said, they're not settled yet. They can't take all these things in yet because they have nowhere to put them. So the goal with that GoFundMe, thank you, Blazer. I'll put that up. The goal for that GoFundMe was to get them set up and settled. And due to what's happening right now with now Grenada and nothing really fully contained, we don't know if we're going to be having to add more to that GoFundMe, add more students GoFundMes. I know currently our learning center is safe and the surrounding areas, as are our home and our surrounding areas. We've certainly had our our fair share. What was it, last June, whenever that Disclosure Fest thing was going to happen at Castaic Lake, that those big fires coming down. That was our first warning evacuation for this area. Quick question. Did they try to take our fire insurance away, or did they just increase it like a gazillion dollars? I'm asking you, Martin.
They didn't take it. No.
They didn't take it away.
No.
Do you know anybody that they did? They did?
I don't.
He doesn't know anyone who's had their fire insurance taken away. Did they increase it a lot?
No, not us.
Not us, he said. So I'll get more information on that. Life is a chain of entertaining experiences, just entertainment, nothing serious. There we go. Thank you. Thanks, Carol. Yeah, they're just good peeps. They're really good peeps, creator beings. So just that had to drop in the heart there and go like, why? But what was incredible is everyone jumped into action. How can we help? And that's what we're doing. And that's why as this chaos keeps going, the expansion of how we help just keeps going and growing and growing and growing. We went from our little community village of our learning center and that community to all the Waldorf schools who were taken out and those villages and communities. And it just keeps growing and growing. I mean, of course, and then your neighbors and your friends and everybody. When our power went out, I think everyone up here seems pretty prepared. I only really heard our generator, but there's no one like, "Hey, everybody okay?" I think everybody's kind of like, "Okay, power went off. Let's do this." The little neighbor next door, she wanted help. She had clothes in the dryer. She needed some help, but yeah, I saw that. I'm still trying to find locals who had that. I know the Altadena, some Altadena families, and that's of course where it was hit. They have said so, especially in the news. Again, I'm not gonna ask my family who's the friend who's displaced right now that question, but that will come up. Especially when I'm hearing that they won't even be getting enough back to sustain them, which is god awful. So I know, right? Someone's already doing some great State Farm memes. Was ready for that. Snowed here randomly, but it looked weird. Too much pollutants in it. I know, angel wings. Some of that snow is so toxic. So we're just, there's been a morning. I've been sending stuff to my mom because even last time she was here with my brother and we do our tour of, instead of going to Ventura, which we always started going to since I moved up here, we went back to our old stomping grounds, Zuma and Malibu, Gladstones, Moon Shadows, all those places. And I just sent her that footage. It's devastating. And then my sister, who hasn't been here for 8 years, I know she's not going to watch this, but who's supposed to finally be coming. And her thing was like, I want to go to all the places mom liked to go. And, we're going to spend all the time at the beach and do all this. And I'm like, stand by. But we can at least go Ventura North for now. Yeah, Carol, is there a map of the Olympics of what they want to do? I've always been curious where the heck they're going to do that. I mean, they were here, years and years ago, but they've been building up so many new stadiums and things, which are all untouched. So I'm curious how that layout's going to go. I'm just having such a hard time wrapping about my head around such prestigious areas with the old money, unless they were the ones that got the heads up. Yo, Gerald, I think they canceled 3 months ago. Did they know something? Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to find out who, because I mean, not everyone has State Farm, but um, there are a lot of areas like because of history where we live is what's it called? A fire area or something? Like there's a name for it when you buy the house. Fire zone. Thank you. Um, so and that's the history. It's not like there's going to be a fire. It's just like high probability there will be one. So like Altadena, that's a fire zone. It's old, old, old trees and old parks and huge communities, a lot of hiking trails, waterfalls, like waterfalls, but old money. Um, anyway, this could very well be winding down. We're at an hour. What else? What else? I got to keep peeking. So they're still safe, the ones who just had to evacuate right when we started. I'm seeing a video. She shared a video. Dang! You got. I want to send this to you. Yeah, I see why they evacuated. This sucks. Now, like I said, that latest one where this, I'm not going to share their personal video just yet. It's around a water treatment facility and a major, major bottleneck that gets you into where you can continue on to Sacramento, where you continue on to the Air Force bases and Palmdale, Lancaster. I mean, we have a particular bottleneck. Of course, other ways to go around, but that area is concentrated and there's a whole water treatment facility around it. So that's just happening right now. So if you are online, that one is in Granada Hills. Sucks. Okay. Well, my friends. Oh, Lauren, I think you're already gone, but I wanted to ask you more about that triggers. The PTSD, is it about from being in a fire yourself or evacuations yourself, or is it the talk of like geoengineering and things? I'm curious. I do see some people triggered with that stuff. And so, like I was saying earlier and earlier, that someone I used to know, someone I used to do improv with, someone I used to work with in Hollywood and everything, and they're married to a fufu celebrity actor person. They have their own little fundraiser thing going on. They've had their whole life because of a disability they have and things. Anyway, we befriended again, and I was scrolling. It kind of got me to lead to a rant, not about them, but it just fueled me with this smug. There's the smugness that they put off. And they're right there in West Hollywood, but they still made this as an opportunity to fight sides, to put their nose down at those questioning anything, and for them to just immediately put the stamp on climate change and that's what it is and that's it. And anybody who else thinks differently are idiot assholes and they deserve to be harmed and displaced. That's what I was picking up on. And I was just like, that didn't lead to my rant. My rant was disclosure talking heads. But I was just starting to like, what? As I'm carefully curating thoughts to go towards children who are dealing with trauma, there's these smug know-it-alls who are literally to their neighbor being like, well, how do you see this fire? And then when the person tells them like, psh, like, go, you deserve to have it taken down. Like, what kind of mentality is this? Like, what's have the species has taken quite a few left turns. And that's why the scrolling was just getting out of control for me. I mean, I'm all about bringing up all the different things that we've been doing here, the speculatory things, the what ifs for entertainment purposes only, the things we've seen, the boots on the ground, what they see versus what others see in the news far away. We share these things so we can connect ourselves because we're never going to get the truth outright. And then you run into these mofos who are just like, well, this is what it is, and that's it. And I'm not holding a conversation about it, and blah, 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 blah. It's pretty infuriating, especially when they're just sitting in the middle of it, too. The talking heads one, I don't know if I should I don't think I have to explain myself for my rant yesterday, because I do rants. I do them off. I've done them before. Oh, I think I went back too far. What happened? Sorry. Oh, yes. Good note. Good note, Brown Dwarf. Let me do this in a row before I go on my other rant. Anyone notice the plane mapping the whole area days before? I did. Oh, I did because we were at recess and every kid was counting the X's. We were like, well, this is a really big pattern. Like, because usually it's like, oh, here we go again. But then, like, Monday, we're just like, and Tuesday, we're like, what? Like, it was totally obscene. And then BD for the win here. Check this out. I agree. I think, Garrel, I've showed you some beautiful skies, some pictures. Haven't noticed any spraying since the fire started. Probably why? Because maybe the fire will start going up and into the plane. I don't know. Physics. I got table waterfalls with humidifier to help keep the air cleaner and ways to buy more pink Himalayan salt lamps too. Perfect. Yeah, I think we're all going to need to keep our air clean. The part of our fortunate blue skies up here is the way the wind is going. So that one that happened in June, we just happened to be the evacuation warning was really for the air quality. Not that the flames would hit us, but the air quality would be so bad that we would be displaced. So then you get this warning. Where the air quality is now, I mean, it's just why are they still there? Why is everyone in concentrated LA still there? Because they are getting it from all angles and it's all coming and landing in this basin. So it's not going to easily just clear out. The wind has not shifted, is my point. Just crazy. If it's so erratic and wild as they say, why isn't it shifted? And if they can be controlling it, why isn't it shifted? Because they don't want to. Last August, the Olympic Committee said they will use existing facilities. Huh. Okay. Well, let's see. I'm gonna have to dig into that Olympic thing, Carol. Things just getting crazy. All I gotta say, yeah, yeah. And what's the date? It's the 10th. 10 more days. Gotta say it. Don't you think the chaos is kicked up too, just because of that? Like before that, as much drama they can do as they go out. The old admin, although I still feel everybody's connected at some point. Oh, I will never check on Oprah. Sorry, Blazer. No. Plus her Montecito, that went up in the floods. The Montecito, just below Santa Barbara there, they got affected by the mudslides last winter, a year ago this time. I don't know if you remember that. I don't know if it was her house in particular. Yeah, she got a lot. And then the reptilian overlords who are over there, they got wiped out by some muds. Not totally out, but Montecito and the Highway 1 up there towards Santa Barbara, there was a whole issue there. Actually, it's happened quite a few times along PCH. They mapped the whole area. You can okay. They're mapping the exit routes. Cool. Oh, from the fires. I think you meant okay. They map the whole area. You can see the whole thing on flight radar. They're mapping the exit routes. I used to track those things all the time because you'd see the patterns. And I tried it when I used to be on set. And I'd show people, what do you think of this flight radar app? And what are these doing? Are they lost? They're training. That was always the answer. They're training. But then if it was around our particular area and I'd see a pattern in the sky and notice the pattern on the map, I'd show they were not registering. It was like that, the fluoride stare. Do you know if celebs are more affected? Everybody's affected, Flix. I don't think it's celebs more than anybody. And like I was saying at the beginning of this, yeah, the Golden Globes were the day before, and most people stay at the hotel, or I'm some do. But I have the location scout who will not go on record, by the way, that months ago, and their social media is dwindled down to private. They shared as a location scout all the for sale signs in Palisades and Malibu, and they thought it was weird. And I thought it was weird noticing it, and I saved it. I saved it to the fact of saving it in my inbox and talking to them, but I can't do that now. I'm trying to find old call sheets to see if I can just find them. Anyhow, seeing that it triggered something. I was like, that's weird because that's old money out there and people hold on to their properties, passing it through generations, such like that. I worked in Brooke Shield's house, which is right there in the Palisades, worked with her. beautiful, quaint little house, Palisades, just the houses are still right next to each other, but then you get the estates. Someone also sent me a picture. I think I sent it to you, Garrel, of Spielberg and was it Hanks? There's untouched in Palisades. I do know there's a cliff right by the high school and that there's levels to the Palisades. So there's the neighborhood at top by town, totally decimated. And then you kind of can go around Sunset and go down and around, and then you branch off into the estates. I thought everything is out, but someone is telling me now that no, some of those actually the line stops there. So that I would like to look into more because that's insane. It doesn't make sense, especially if it's between. It would be between the town of Palisades up top of Sunset and PCH. And that's done, but in the middle, they're still there. So, yes, I will take a drive soon. I-5 and I-15, yep. Wait, what is the I-5 and I-15? I'm off the 5. Seems to target Hollywood section now. Well, what I was thinking, the targeting, where's Angel? Target the Hollywood section, not necessarily, because I don't necessarily see that, especially super foo people. They have multiple homes, and some people, this isn't even just their home base anymore. They come here to work, and then they go to Colorado, they go wherever they go. But Palisades, there's a lot of like the behind the scenes money there. I mean, whose house I worked in for a month was Josh Whedon. Sorry, that guy. That's when he did his own with his own money. Filmed it at his house, and that was Pacific Palisades, and that was, or was that Brentwood? Palisades, I think. Why am I trying to say not him? I'm trying to talk about the crew behind the scenes, like the producers, the directors, the scripties, the writers, those billionaires that they're not walking. They're not on the cover of People magazine, basically. There are so many rich celebs based on their title on the call sheet, but they're not spokespersons. They're not puppets. The actors are the puppets. So there's a lot of that money there. And why is because Palisades always had good schools, and Altadena, Pasadena as well. Good schools, old money, ancient grounds. So it's not just that celebs live there. In fact, a lot of them live in West Hollywood. Well, still live like Venice, live in Pasadena. And that particular area of the Hollywood Hills, there were a lot of apartments in that area too. So when I first moved here, I was going to parties there all the time because there's a lot of like out of work actors and stuff. So celebs are all over the place. So I don't think it's about Hollywood actors per se, as much as it is, there's a little bit of everybody everywhere. Who else? Producer person. I was trying to think. I went on a date in Palisades once because I just stopped at that grocery store in Palisades. I never go empty-handed, and I brought a plant. Dinner was made for me. Some foo producer person, because that was safe. Go to their house. It was fun. Kicked up planetary alignment coming. Oh, I see that. Untouched. Yeah, right, Chiro. I gotta see that. Remember, I sent it to you guys. I sent it to I have a text thread with Jane, with Garrel, and then the fountains. But I think you guys were, and then other than my two gal pals, here it is. It's from the New York Post. So I don't know. I have to go look for myself. Spielberg and Tom Hanks. Yep. So apparently the line for the fire goes right to them. So there's also I saw someone on a thread talking about, oh no, it's all good. They were talking about, and there's a word for it, and it's about prepping your area or land. Let me know if you've heard of it, March. And it's like using olive oil or like an oil and water, and you douse things. Has anybody heard of that? Oh, hi, Travis. How are you? My heart and prayers are going to all the people in California and the firefighters too, as well. Be safe, everyone there from PA. They're going to have loggers cut timber so no fires don't ever happen again. We don't even have those kind of forests right here in LA. Like, I have to yes, I'm hearing you, Travis, totally. And up north, I would hate for them to cut down some of our sacred stuff, but here it's not forests like that. Even when you go hiking, you are not hiking among the redwoods and the sequoias and all those. When people say the mountains in LA, there's brush, sagebrush, and you know, you get beautiful trees. You get the old school oaks. You do have those kind of foliage happening, but it's not like you're walking through forests. But they are. I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm gonna die on the sword, but that sediment that falls from the sky, that I think is more than anything. That's my personal opinion for entertainment purposes only. But when you go around even the Santa Monica Mountains, where there's so many hikes and everything, and Eaton Canyon, where all the hiking and the waterfalls and things, it's not like you're lost in a forest of super tall, tall, tall trees. You can walk to the top and see, everything. Um, I'm not dismissing anything anybody is saying, by the way. I'm just saying, yes, there should be better clearing, but the land knows what to do. We have to stop our human interference, and we have to stop with these chemicals everywhere. That's what I have to say. Hi, Jessica. How are you? Nice to see you, Cryptid Huntress. Mwah. Thank you. I heard your shout out last night. Thank you for that wonderful episode, by the way. Some young couple jumped from the Palisades cliff back in the day. Oh my God, really? Did they land on Sunset? Well, that's like why? I guess to cause a scene? Oh my gosh, that's awful, Bigfoot. I didn't know that. Oh, yeah. How's the ice storm, Jessica? What's going on with you over there? She has an ice storm, icy, lots of snow. Oh boy. I got a video from my friend in Hendersonville. She had some snow this morning. The sign, okay, Gerald, how did the Hollywood sign survive? Because it's not where the fire was. There's if you can Google map it and pull up, and you'll see the 101 highway. And that is a huge highway, but the sign is on the east side of that, and that's kind of correct me if I'm wrong, Bigfoot dwarf. I'm so used to saying brown dwarf. But the sign over there wasn't activity on that side. It's right above, Fountain and Las Feliz. You're getting into that area, and Griffith and stuff. And then there's the highway, and it goes into Hollywood. And then there's like Hollywood Highland, Academy Awards are, Hollywood Boulevard starts, and it keeps going west. And then that's the Hollywood Hills fire. It was in the middle of the Hollywood Hills on the west side of the 101. So that's why it survived. There have been fires up there before. In fact, that one in 17 or 18 that was popping off all over the place. The museum there, the Hollywood Museum. Oh, what's the name of that one? Good God, I got to stop doing this without my vitamins. There is a protection there. It's probably not the same protection as the Getty, which is still there, as is the villa on PCH. There was the exterior was harmed, but everything inside is still there. There's protection on it. They said that when there's stuff there to help it survive. However, the brush goes all the way up to the sign. So I'm wondering, and there also is a lot of security, and you have to really get ready to get arrested kind of if you crawl up to the sign anymore. There's so much protection there, and the fences and what have you, that's not going to stop a fire. So anything can get up there. So it makes you wonder, why hasn't that one been put on fire yet? Why aren't the arsonists going for that? Or if there are arsonists, why aren't they going for that? But it wasn't, the Hollywood sign didn't go up because the fire wasn't over there. If it's metal, it still goes down. Look at the cars, Blazer. Look at the cars. Look at Maui. Doesn't matter metal anymore, does it? Big snowstorms here in Georgia. Oh, Cryptid Huntress holding it down. Yeah, I'll just keep this up there. Thanks, Blazer. Bigfoot Dwarf went to Culver City High for a bit. That's my close to beach experience. That's awesome. Yeah, you're an East LA boy. Love it. Hi, Latchkey Hustle. Good to see you again. I hope you guys are okay. I didn't catch your latest, BD. Is your power back on? Oh. Oh, are you still cozy though, Jessica? I know I had heard you had everything set up already. Kids are ready. I'm assuming your school's going to be closed for a minute. I went to Sandbox in West Covina. Does that count as a beach? It kind of does, Blazer. Oh, a few feet controlled burn in a circle as prevention. Heard of that? Oh yeah, that happens. Flicks love. That happens often up by us and over on the other side in Canyon Country. They do a walk. They do a controlled burn, and they'll do that to prevent these big things from happening. They'll do it around Castaic Lake. We have a lot of concentrated firefighters up here for sure. But that controlled burn in a circle's happened before. None of these seem controlled. There's also this, a lot of people getting pissy about the water, the hydrants and things. We were really looking in that, and we had our hydrant right across the street from us and drained a while ago. However, they were doing construction. Something about those hydrants tap into the water system. So I don't know how things can be emptied when they're constantly have access. So I either didn't read enough of that, but I was just doing some simple Google searches, and a hydrant isn't on like its own thing. It's tapped into a system, unless it's in Bufu, of course. And the ones for us is tapped into a system, I should say. Oh, who's getting snow now? Oh, Roger, you are too. Oh, Joe Fox. Hi, Joe Fox. I made it. I did it. The trees in LA are major fuel with sap, eucalyptus, manzanita, oak. They are, and sediment that falls from the sky. But they are. And a lot are here. A lot are still going. Gosh, there was some weird footage of this palm with just the top middle burning. Did you see that? Oh, we have snow. It's fun though. Okay, good. No, they landed near the water. I'll find that case. Yeah, let's just talk the water things. Make some snow angels, snowmen, Jessica. Send pics. Yes, do. Hopefully, they will find a solution. It's unfortunate people have to suffer for change to happen. I know, Clay, right? Way to think of the people, peeps. Again, I'm just keeping my eye and making sure because they were offered to come. Not just the hydrant issue, but we have lakes around, Palisades, sure, there's that reservoir, but there's a couple areas of access. Now, we heard the helicopters coming to Castaic Lake, and we have a few up here. There's the Hollywood Reservoir, which is right behind the sign on that side of the highway. There's the Hollywood Reservoir. There's Los Feliz, the Echo Park. I mean, we got places when I've seen the helicopters come and suck it up. As far as even the ocean, I mean, at one point those winds were kicking up. Like, I don't know, is there a time or a place that they can do that? Can they not go to the ocean when there's that kind of storm going on? That kind of storm going on? I don't know. Just can make a snow squatch. Yeah, you got to do that. Hi, Tom Reed. How are you? Industry talk. You missed all my industry rants before. I know exactly what that is. I used to stay off Chevy Chase, not far from Griffin Observatory. Amen. That's where you're talking. That's where over there. That you're talking Los Feliz over there. Getty said they take major measures ahead of time for floods and fires. They got everything. Getty's got everything. They're bomb-proof, fire-proof, quake-proof. They got everything. And yes, the tunnels, that's been talked about so much but you always wonder. And now this round, this is another round of stuff I've seen before. And it's like, okay, another opportunity with even more conscious awake people to hear storylines. What's going to be done about it now? Now, what are they going to do about it now? Because every time, and I've seen multiple times since I've been here for 25 years, that the fires get even close to Getty, we're reminded nothing's going to harm the Getty. And we tell about the tunnels, we talk about the systems, we talk about what's going on actually there. I tell people why I stopped going there. I didn't take them to the field trip. We've talked about these things, but what is being done? Not much yet. So Puppet Master's in control still. Yes. Oh, sledding in a blue plastic pool. That's awesome. garbage bag, cardboard, all that's the best. Hi, Latchkey. My brother and I are going to collect what's left at our mom's house in Altadena. I'm so sorry, Latchkey. So is there anything remaining? Is it inhabitable? I was sharing, that's my little student. They lost everything. It's down to ash. That's awful. I'm so sorry, hon. Is that where you were New Year's? Oh, is your mom? So sorry about your mom's house, Latchkey. I'm sorry, hon. Oh, so it's not, you're not related to BD. Yeah, Latchkey, reach out. We have, gosh, the displaced communities from Pasadena, Altadena, now Granada Hills. I mean, all over. Hearst. We are doing okay up here still. But like I said, not many people want to come up here because then they could potentially be stuck if that bottleneck, if anything happens there again. Yes, used to take car hoods and use them as sleds and pull it with a tractor snowmobile. Carol, oh, that reminds me of my dad. He would ride us around the neighborhood, the subdivision behind the car. My mom was pissed, but we loved it. Oh, she lived there 35 years. Yes, that's my point, Lechke. This old people have been in their homes for decades, or they've passed it down to their families. It's old money there. Old money there, old money Palisades. Not so much Granada. I'm wondering about that one, although it's around our water system. West Hills. West Hills is, oh my gosh, some cool rides and houses up there. 35 years. Oh yeah, about the traffic under the Getty. Yeah. Yeah, that kind of crap. I know, those tunnels. Oops. Oh, it burnt to the ground. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Latchkey. You know, this is one of many. Here's a GoFundMe for one of my students. We have a few more for community schools, like schools that are in alignment with us. Those were burned down. We have a student who's currently sane in the Pasadena area. They're watching their neighborhood. They don't go there, but another school going down. So it's not just like the Waldorf kind of schools that burnt. There's a lot of schools that have been going up. So what's going to happen in the days to come? I'm not sure how this is going to play out. Okay, they went to Barstow. Good. Yeah, Barstow's still good over there, from what I know. It's really interesting. It's all kind of concentrated in a particular area, same area as 2017. It's just interesting. How's the air, Browndorf? How's your air over there? To me, it looks like it's blowing right over you, and you're getting it from three sides. So can you even withstand over there? Or my daughter's buddy who lives right there, they got that. Oh yeah, by the way, all those little warnings everybody was getting, I wasn't getting those. So not everyone in LA County was getting those. I did not get those. I know, that's awful. Hey, Charlie, do you want to share that now? In case anyone has anyone they can share it with. There's someone here whose family, his mom lost his house in Altadena too. Charlie wanted to share something with everybody, that she has some information. So if you come across any people on social media, that's fine. It could still help somebody. And she wanted to share it herself. Air is okay, but it's a little smoky. Okay. Browndorf's in here. That's your buddy. Watch yourself on there. Do you want to come say? Oh, you're not going to come say? Oh, okay. Well, here, say it right here.
From St. Andrew Catholic School, there is a donation drive today from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Help us bring hope to St. Andrew families. Families have lost everything and need your support to rebuild their lives. Your generosity can make a world of difference.
Okay, when you're saying that St. Andrews, where is that? Is this Pasadena?
It's
Altadena, or is that where Soul goes?
Yeah, St. Andrews Catholic School.
I think that's La Crescenta Montrose. So if anyone is in Altadena, Pasadena area and they need immediate relief, You can go to St. Andrew's Catholic School from 3 to 9 tonight. Is that what it was? Today. They have food, they have water, they have shelter,
No, not
they have
3 to 9.
clothing.
9 a.m. today from 3 p.m. today.
9 to 3. So it's over.
Almost.
Oh, never mind. Oh, until 3 p.m. So you got an hour and a half. So if anyone in that area wants to head over to, I bet you they'll stay later. They'll probably be there for the rest of the day. St. Andrews and La Crescenta Montrose. And maybe you can Google that on a map and see if that's the correct town I can share. But she said that her community has been gathering resources, food, gift cards, anything they can. So anyone needs immediate assistance, please go there for safety, as well as food, clothes, whatever you need to actually get you through this moment, and community that can help. St. Andrews, the old world building with the rad clock. Oh, he thought Pasadena. Yeah, no, I don't think that was. I don't think can you look it up real quick? Let me just get the correct thing for you guys. I don't want to step on you. Are you looking it up?
Yep.
Can you tell me the name of the school again? Is it St. Andrew Catholic Church? Because that is Pasadena.
Andrews Catholic School.
Catholic School. That's in the UK.
What?
Okay, I'm just making. I just want to make sure I get the right info.
Right,
St. Andrew's Catholic School. Okay. Oh, St. Andrew's Elementary. That must be it.
Yeah.
Pasadena. It's still in Pasadena, so it's still standing. It's still okay. It's at 42 Chestnut Street, Pasadena 91103. So that's for immediate relief for anyone still trying to escape Eaton fire. Like I said, food, water, shelter, clothing, the works, but a community to help you find resources. I also know, I think the Airbnbs are still doing their thing where you can get free shelter for the night. Oh gosh, you guys are so quick. It is Pasadena, Big Dwarf. Yeah. Thank you, Charlie. Look at Blazer's got an Instagram here. Thank you. You guys are so quick. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Maybe you can you share that with your classmates?
Yeah.
What Sol said? Because I know there's still people trying to leave. There was the immediate threats, and then there's because of the smoke now and the air quality. But that evacuation that happened right before I went live, it's so funny. It's not even coming up on my regular map. You have to go to the apps, the Watch Duty app. And you're so great, Blazer. Thank you so much. So they basically are up and running as far as offering support. I know there's other communities that are starting to get together committees to say, okay, how are we going to do this? And just start. But here they are up and running. So please get what you need, or at least find a safe place to rest your head. What's so crazy is, like I said, when people who go to our particular learning center are all over the place. Some travel all the way up from LAX. I'm not going to say exactly where we are, but our whole learning center is safe and protected. So is the whole neighborhood right now. But people come from far and wide to go there. So we're spread out like hour to hour, point to point radius. That's how far people are willing to drive to come to us. So what's crazy is each class has a Telegram thread, and everybody's looking out for everybody. They were from the first second. They're, taking people in, going to pick people up, getting things out. Community is just like when my friend in Hendersonville said, and like I did, the computer stops and you jump into action in your 3D. This is why I was getting feisty in my rant yesterday. The talking head rants, especially from people that I have met in person, who I personally know are full of parasites, entities, implants, addictions, all the works, yet they happen to be the gurus online. But you catch them in the real world and they don't even know how to navigate their own meat suit and human behavior. How are they helping others? They're not. They're spreading loosh and they're spreading disinformation. I mean, speculatory and us talking about it. I'm not spreading things. I'm bringing up things I've seen and heard, as are you. This person was stating what they were trying to state as facts. And it was irritating me. And that was one of 4 I saw yesterday where I was just like, unfollow, unfriend, and click. But you see the disciples behind, some in the hundreds of thousands, and you're like, how do they get by? Oh, could very well be run by the puppet master. So here's another mini rant, I guess. Thanks, Blazer. Oh, you guys rock. Yeah, it is all about that community work and who is being of service out there. We got BD running boots on the ground on the street. We got, people opening homes. We have livestock that have been needed to take care of, a lot of equestrian homes. People are saying, park on our property, or here I have a horse trailer. People jump into action. Human nature, I think, is fight or flight and survival. I mean, we've survived as a species. So we jump in to help. We could spend forever, and I think there's going to be plenty of time to dissect all the goings ons of how and by whom and for what. But what was happening the last few days is what should be is the priority of taking care of those you love and how can you help. And I think that is a really big deal. I think it's all of, especially everybody chatting right now. I know that's in our nature to do that anyway. Jump up. How can I help? You'd be surprised how some just take it as opportunity. And that's kind of irritating, I think. I don't see any of you guys doing that. I'm just saying, curate your community, right? Just set a certain frequency, and that's what you're going to meet, along with the occasional riffraff or so. So, yeah, that was a long one. So if I get any more updates or anything, I shall let know, especially with the follow-up of our closest who just had a mandatory evacuation. They wound up going east, which I think that was a good choice because I know where they are and I know they have food, they have water, they have shelter, and they're by more community members, so they will be protected. So, like I said, if you go on the maps, you'll see the Hearst fire in Sylmar. You'll see next to it is a little reservoir. You can kind of see the water right there. That's the water reservoir. Sort of soccer camp and everything. Granada Hills North, it's called. That's the mandatory evacuation right now. We have community staff members there. When you go up just a little bit, you'll see this little Y. That's when you get to the next valley. We call that the bottleneck. And during the quake in, was it 95, 98? I don't remember. Those roads went down. Like they're still rebuilding. But anyway, you don't want to get stuck. If you have most of your family, friends, work, everything down below, we call it, you don't want to come up here because you're not going to get through. It's going to be a pain in the butt. During those crazy rains, I know one day took us almost 2 hours to get to our learning enrichment center. Or on a good day, it's maybe 25 minutes. That's how far up we are. Governor and mayor have a lot of questions to answer. Let's just leave that up there for a second. Abso-freaking-lutely. Especially since the governor was never elected twice. You really get to the grassroots and those people, and we're like, there's no way. Recall after recall after recall. The numbers were there. They just didn't look at them. They didn't look at them. So that is not my governor, but I live here. Doesn't that suck? Especially since she just happened to be out of the country. Right? Boom. Okay, why did my recording button jump on? You're running out of storage space on this device. This may affect your live stream. Okay, so I'm literally getting a warning now for my StreamYard. I think I have to start deleting some saved things. How does that happen? Do I have to just apply to get more memory on here? Or delete some of my shows? I think that's what it means. Who are my techies? What's my next step? It's telling me I'm running out of storage space on this device. This may affect your live stream. I want to say something that has nothing to do with fires, but some people think I'm just old and I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Now I am, and I've played that card. However, everything I've ever done, whether I'm a guest, whether I've been on stuff, whether I co-hosted, I've always used this Chromebook. It's a little Chromebook. This is not a Mac. This is not a laptop computer for gaming. It's a Chromebook, it literally says online that you're never going to have a normal Zoom experience. Like even if you have a Zoom membership or any of those things, it's a Chromebook. It does not, it's not able to hold everything. So maybe there's going to come a point where I upgrade, especially with my daughter. She's going to need to start making some music on a laptop soon. But for now, it's just a Chromebook. So that's why when I ever do Zoom on some people's shows, it's crazy fuzzy, Dustin's and things. Or yeah, so that happens. Oh, Garrel's on it. Thanks, Garrel. I wonder if it's because it's the Chromebook. I have StreamYard. I have the good monthly where you can get up to, I don't know, it's the middle choice package. So I guess, and I've been deleting all my vlogs. I just have my synaptic circles and like the last 6 months of, not even, maybe the last 4 months of human experience hangouts, and Lawrence and I. And I think Lawrence and I are going to talk again this Sunday. So we won't just be talking health. I mean, we're going to be talking about the health of the air quality and stuff that's going on, but we still would like to have a live conversation with peeps. I'm losing my tongue. I think I'm going to have to step off in a sec. That's why I back my stuff up on my Tera drive. Even Android phone. My phone wouldn't hold all that, would it? Not this phone. I do have Android. So I think I shared most everything I wanted to share at this point. If anybody has any other questions, I'm probably going to head out of here. It's the most I've talked in a long time. We are of service. We're being of service. If you know of anybody that needs a safe haven, even if not mine, because it's mine at a high risk, should the winds shift, / I'm behind the wall of the bottleneck. So people are kind of leery of coming up to us, even though I'm right by a lake. Please just reach out to me, just DM anytime. I'll keep you updated on my little buddy in my classroom and how they're doing. I'm so grateful. I see so many people have made contributions, and I know that's going to help them out big time. I'm sure you're going to see a huge slew of GoFundMe's and fundraisers and everything from the different schools and just communities in general. And honestly, please never feel bad if you don't have a dime to spare. I have been there even this year. But don't dismiss the power of social media. Just spreading it can do something. So even just doing that is so, so beneficial and helpful. You don't even know, because you never know who is going to see it. That is how the divine timing works. And that is how the universe works. So please share away. I do have 50 GB of free storage on StreamYard. That's it. But if you do local recording, you get duplicates of shows because it saves your guests a show. Yes. So I have to delete those then, right? Because after I do a show, Garrel, it stops and it says, now hold your screen open because we have to download these. And I thought it was just new. I always have a recording. But you're saying now it's duplicating them 2 or 3 times? Is that why I'm running out? That's when the old lady comes in. That makes sense. So I think I have some deleting to do. Thank you, Blazer. Later to you. Thank you, Latchkey Hustle. Oh, thank you. I appreciate. That's the point. Fellowship and community. Thank you, Jane. Thank you, all of you all. I'll try to chat again tomorrow should anything else come up. I didn't totally drive Giant crazy, Jane. He was there for a lot of it. So winning. Yesterday, I was like, I'm not going live right now, Jane. I can't go right now. I was too tense around here. So it just seemed inappropriate. So yeah, that's right. So please, just like I teach the children, I'd like to teach you now. Drop into the heart. Please hold all our communities and our Los Angeles County area in your heart. Yes, we know there's nefarious activity. Yes, we know there are puppet masters and the dark forces here, but just as much of them, there is a lot of light, and we can surpass. So could you please put your efforts towards supporting and sending all the good vibes, not the loosh bombs, but the good vibes, and we will amplify for you. We will ground and amplify and illuminate others. We are being of service right now. It's all boots on the ground, and I'm excited for that. We are like literally rising. Humanity is rising right now, just like it did in Henderson and Asheville. We are the ones we've been waiting for. So we're going to continue to do that and update you here and there. And Garrel and Jane will get better at my pictures and my lives. Okay, smell you later. Thank you, Jessica, for staying in with us. Thank you. Thank you so very much. You stay in touch. Send some of that snow backwards. You know, Jessica, just to tell you, Garrel and Jane, you've probably heard it. When we had some of those really crazy sky days, I was texting some of them down there, get ready, you got some weather coming, because what they're creating right now is insane. And sure enough, the hits keep coming, and it starts over here. So Sediment people. Wash your sediment off your stuff. Okay, much love. Thanks, Kira. Back to work, right? Okay, thank you, everybody. Keep your vibrations high. Absolutely, Jane. Many blessings. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. We are safe and sound here. We are doing our best to help others. And don't forget, thoughts become things. So, yeah, you know what you can do. Smell you later. Bye.